Billionaire businessman Warren Buffett said, if you can't communicate and talk to other people and get across your ideas, you're giving up your potential. Hi, I'm Chris Hall, and I'm here today to talk to you about what I've learned in fundamentals of speech communication. In this day and age, the ability to deliver a presentation to an audience, whether live or via video, and no matter the size of the audience, is a crucial skill and one that should not be taken lightly. Noted author and public speaker Dale Carnegie said, "A talk is a voyage with purpose, and it must be charted. The man who starts out going nowhere generally gets there." Given Mr. Carnegie's success as an author and speaker, it is apparent that Mr. Carnegie has some knowledge on the subject. So what is speech communications? Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines communication as a process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behavior. It also defines public speaking as the art of effective oral communication with an audience. These definitions also define exactly what I learned throughout this class. I progressed through this class and I learned several different methods of communicating with an audience in different formats for doing so. While limited to video presentations, I still learned how to construct and deliver a presentation. While the type of audience and stressors are different, the end result and delivery are essentially the same. Throughout the class, the assignments included creating a speech to introduce oneself, a speech introducing another, an informative speech, an argumentative speech, and this reflective speech. In addition to the speeches, there were additional assignments and an essay on how technology affects communications. A lot was covered in a short time, and much was learned in the process. My favorite assignment in this class was the argumentative speech. The reason it was my favorite is because I was able to research and speak on a subject that I am very passionate about. Incidentally, this was also the speech that I learned about adequate preparation. We'll talk more about that later. I also thoroughly enjoyed introducing my son and getting him involved with my introduction speech and speaking about my profession in the informative speech. My least favorite assignment was introducing myself. This was mostly because it was the first speech and that I hate talking about myself. Although it was my least favorite, I still really enjoyed it and learned a lot from this project. So to say it was the least favorite is a bit of a discredit to the assignment. This class prepared me for the future in a few ways. First, I plan on going into mental health counseling. While my audience will not be large, I will still be in a position of addressing strangers and occasionally giving presentations. Additionally, I would like to be an advocate for fatherhood and family. This advocacy would involve creating videos and giving presentations about something I am passionate about, much like my argumentative speech. All of the interactions I just mentioned will put skills that I have learned throughout this class to good use. Earlier, I alluded to learning about preparation during my argumentative speech. This is an important lesson I'd like to talk about. Up until that speech, I thought I was adequately preparing. What I found out was that you can never be prepared enough. Mark Twain said, "It usually takes more than 3 weeks to prepare a good impromptu speech." This is true because no matter how impromptu, you have to prepare for issues to arise. In this case, I had major equipment failures. I had backup equipment, but it was not tested for this project, and what I found was that my backup camera did not render the sound in the white adequately. In turn, this lessened the value of the delivery of my speech, and it also created a distraction for me because I knew this was happening and I did not have a fix for it. It was a valuable lesson and one that I am not likely to forget. In summary, I found this class to be highly beneficial. It taught me how to present speeches, not just to videos and crowds, but also addressing smaller audience. The skills learned are valuable to any sort of communication, to be honest. Most importantly, this class taught me how to prepare. I know I personally find that feeling prepared makes me a much more confident speaker. I hope everyone else who takes this class learns as much as I have. I will leave you with one last quote, this one by the great American philosopher, poet, and lecturer, Ralph Waldo Emerson. "All the great speakers were bad speakers at first." Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.